Oh, okay.
Bring us in.
Yeah. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It's time for today's edition of the Grapevine 981. Thank you very much for sticking with us. And we hope to make it worth your while. I'm Ayo Myro SA.
And my name is Valentine Ohu. Good morning.
And we're not alone. We have the company or the pleasure of the company of our wonderful analysts. We have Chef Jeff 3000 in the building. Hello, Chef Jeff.
Good morning, I love you 3000. I love that you guys started with playing some John Legend music.
Yeah. We dedicate it to you.
Thank you.
In your white, looking so
Angelic, right?
angelic.
Yeah.
Because heaven only knows.
Don't leave me.
Actually, why you at it, Angelic Chef Jeff 3000? Please, can you shift from Olive? It's she doesn't stay in your
I
white.
don't let the cat out of the bag. I haven't introduced
Please,
her
who is
yet.
the cat?
Who's
Who are
the
you?
cat?
Who is the cat?
You
that want
are
to
the cat with the 9 lives on
Hey,
it.
okay.
Introducing the one and only Olive Emodi. Olive Modi.
I don't know why people call me Olive.
Because of your
They should
Instagram
please.
name.
All right. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning to our YouTube family. Welcome to the Smooth Breakfast Show. Well, I'm acting hyper
Now
this
we are
morning.
hyper, maybe because of the person sitting next to you to your right.
I know.
Olive is in a fine man sandwich. And
Oh,
tossed
yes.
in the middle of 2 young gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now you heard the name of the first one. His name is Chef Jeff. Now, who is our guest?
Who
If you're
is?
following us on our social media platform at Smooth981, then you'd know. So please head on right there and follow us so that you wouldn't have to be like, I wonder who. So today we have a very special guest with us. It's his first time on the show. Or second, third, first time. Oh my goodness, so he deserves a round of applause. Please show him some love. He is Olufola. Good morning, Olufola. Good to have you on the show.
Finally. I was just waiting for you to finish.
I bet you know how to do. Have you not worked in a boxing ring before? Ladies and gentlemen.
So I look like Anthony Joshua to you.
Please,
Don't leave me. Don't leave. Honestly, we're dropping bars this morning. Drop bars.
How dare you drop bars when you've not been called to bar?
This is not Thursday. Can someone just tell me?
You should just maintain the silence. You should just maintain the silence and let the crickets do their thing.
Wow. We need to get a cricket sound. We need to
Honestly.
get cricket.
Please, Olufola D, welcome.
Yes, it's so good to be here on the show.
Thank you so much for being here. Don't
Fantastic,
be shy.
yeah.
Speak to us.
Ah,
Say it with your chest.
I mean,
I'm loving your coat of many colors.
It is.
Your name should be Joseph.
Is the other name
Wow.
Well played. Well played.
Thank
well
you,
played.
thank you, thank you.
You are having a very good effect.
I know. You know, it's the olive effect. When I come into your life, you can't remain the same.
At
So
all.
yeah.
Alright, so for those who are listening to us and you're wondering what on earth is going on 98.1, this is not the dial I'm used to, or this is not the sound I'm used to. Well, this is what happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock on the Grapevine. So if you want to be a part of this, joyful crew or joy crew, please send your message to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981.
Or you could just have the best of both worlds, watch on video and listen. On YouTube, just type Smooth FM Lagos in the search box and subscribe. All right, send messages on that platform as well. Olufola FL is what we're about to listen to. Please brace yourself and let us know what you think. Yeah? Okay, thank you.
See, I know fine,
On the Saturday morning, That's just nice. The sun is, egging beyond the clouds.
Mhm.
You know,
O'Shea
just,
poet
some-
aspired to perspire.
Please, someone should get Olive out of this.
It's not even. Somebody's even asking, wait till I give her a job this morning. It's the olive
I
effect.
sent him that it's the olive effect.
Alright, you know what to avoid? What are the fruits to avoid this
No,
morning?
to
Chef
take
Jeff
more.
3000.
Yes, don't you guys like my sound? This is brilliant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is your sound.
As in this.
No, sorry, you don't matter. It's Olufola I'm talking about.
Oh,
This is
really?
his sound.
Okay.
Sorry, you do matter.
Olive, get out of this studio. You're really having a bad day.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
I'm so
please give the
sorry.
mic to Chef Jeff.
Eh?
Okay, Chef Jeff, drops mic.
Wow.
I feel like you have to be on YouTube to understand what's going on in the studio right
I
now.
agree.
So,
I agree.
yeah.
Chef Jeff, what do you make of the sound?
It's it's a 981 sound. It's a smooth sound. I think that's what I like about it. And I feel like it's one of those things where I can tell that the singer hasn't his lyrics, his ability to sing is actually very prominent, and it hasn't been an auto-tune kind of thing. It's like I can see you doing this live, and it actually is what I'm hearing, and not one octave lower or two octaves higher, kind of thing. It's a feel-good vibe. Considering how I started my morning and the traffic madness, I'm telling you, if I had this playing in the car, I would be in a mellow place. I feel that's what it kind of brings out for me. So it's an interesting African sound with a jazz kind of effect. that
Can you
comes
feel this
into
part?
it.
Do you see
Yeah.
that break?
Yeah,
I love it.
Talking drum.
Yeah.
love
You know, whenever you add talking drums, I'm always instantly a fan of that, especially when it gives me that whole Adekunle Gold, old school vibe kind of thing. It'll be interesting to hear more about what the song is about and what, because for those of us that are not that Yorubatic,
What is Yorubatic, please?
you don't know Yorubatic?
No.
Some of us are Ibotic, Yorubatic, Hausatic,
Wow.
Wow.
It's a more diplomatic, or rather, a politically correct way of saying Yoruba factor, H factor. It's just Yorubatic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ayo, I hear.
No, I don't.
And this travesty of justice is happening to your
I
tribe.
don't quite agree.
You just have to let us know that you're a lawyer.
Which lawyer? I don't even remember.
So, Olive, what do you think of this song?
First of all, the first line on the song is, if you see a fine girl, what's
Me, I know fine girl when I see a fine girl.
so am I a fine girl?
You're a fine girl.
End of story. The song is great, and it's not because you're
You are
patronizing
actually.
me, oh,
No.
but the song is really nice. I
Was
like
he meant
the
to say
feel-
no?
If he had said no, I've walked him out of the studio. Wanna see crazy?
Because I saw how your eyes were glaring.
Like, see another thing. Let me
Same.
defend on you. But I really like the song. I like the instrumentals. I like the cover art. That was the first thing that caught my eye about the song. The cover art was really, it had this African feel to it, and I like how you infused the guitars, how you played with them from the beginning. Very, very Afrocentric, very soothing to the soul. It's the kind of song you just be listening to whilst reading a book and smiling.
Mhm.
Just be feeling very beautiful. In fact, I should do a music
I
video
love
to it.
everyone's interpretation about this whole thing. He said Akara and Pop. You said really good.
Exactly, very chilled.
Well, to be honest, let me say with my chest, the first thing I said the first time I heard it,
Yeah.
as it started, the first 10 seconds, I was like, huh? Who is this? Who do you think about? Why? What kind of song is this? So it will take time, to grow on young folk.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me asking your age. How old are you?
24.
Oh,
What is going on with this age, this generation? There's cavemen.
He's
who
older
sing-
than me. Wow.
There's
Oh, yeah.
cave.
Thank you, Ayo, for being on my
Yes,
side.
Yeah.
you're in the right crowd. There's cavemen who are in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
are they really in their 20s?
Yes,
Hey, what did I do in my
Newsflash.
20s alone?
exactly. Singing high life and these kind of songs. I mean, you are 24, Olufola. Sorry to resound that to the world, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sorry. It's your age. You're doing great things, fantastic things at this age. What are you appealing to with your music?
Well, so I have different versions, and the EP consists of a lot of type of music. But this one in particular is like expressing Olufola, like in definition, that's in sound and in lyric. So this should relate to older generations, like and then some youths actually do vibe too, because they've been fed up of all of that. I don't want to mention names of songs, but then they've been
The
so
Bangolo
they-
music.
songs you just kind of like.
No, Val, that song, please.
Which song?
That song you just try to
Me,
sing.
sing. What song?
Don't hungry me.
Which song is that?
I don't know. She recognized the sound.
It's a song.
please don't mention.
Uju Para.
Was it?
Is that not the?
You heard what you heard.
Well said. Well
Yes,
said.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it relates to youths and older people. So in the EP we have Afro pop, Afro fusion,
Mhm.
Afro soul, but basically there's the African has always been there. Yeah, that's what I do mostly Afro fusion, music. So, and I think that Africa is taking over. Really,
Yes,
really.
I have to agree with you on that. Do you produce your songs?
Yeah, I produced everything except one, Egoli.
Egoli.
And I was hoping to see if I could break a record. So I tried, which I actually did. It produced everything on my phone.
On your phone.
You know, Egole is in
Is how much?
Ibotics. Is Ibotics? Yes, Ibotics.
Yeah,
Igbo
I have
text,
like a
yeah.
mix. I'm actually like a mixed breed of that. My mom is Igbo actually.
Tell us
Oh,
about
one
it.
name,
But
Mado.
yeah,
Down
she's
to
like.
the roots. Yeah. Please go on.
My name is Chukun also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm from
Oliver, some of your
from
name.
Enugu, and so I my mom brought me up literally like the entire time. So I kind of relate to them and their passion about music. They just have this sweet type of music. So I always like to add one of that vibe in it.
Where you're from
Sometimes.
Enugu, you said?
Yes,
What part? Let me find out what the word is. Some sort of cousin, so
Eh,
I always ask.
okay, so I can't remember actually. Right now I'm really tense, so I can't precisely say.
I
So
can imagine.
How is it tense on being this calm at the same time? To be
I
honest,
mean, it's like
I mean-
so like the first thing I heard was like drop bars and all that. So it's like I'm thinking like what's up man like
Am I going to be able to?
nobody's
Yeah,
calling
like-
to do any whiskey on this show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you though, just in terms of your music production process, where do you get inspiration from? So I know you've mentioned that this EP is a reflection or an unveiling of the person Olufola. So in terms of your lyrical content, production abilities, etc., what would you say is your inspiration? And then after this EP, I'm sure you have plans. I mean, you're a young man with the world ahead of you.
yeah.
What's your what do you hope to get from this, and then what's next?
So the sound from Africa itself. I like to enjoy life at its very best. I like to experience it. So everything inspires me really. God, life itself, the situation in it, and the song itself. Like some of the lyrics actually have a way of relating to everybody on every side. So I kind of just want to connect to people on every level of that. So I try to look for sounds and things that can help people just like you said smell that atmosphere and just be in that moment and enjoy it because people don't forget how you impact them. And so moving on, well, the world, the sky is just the beginning. I mean, I want to feature lots of international art, like John Bellion.
Oh,
This guy has taste.
This guy starts from the
This
top.
guy
Yeah?
has taste.
You can tell that he's a musician through and through.
So and it's just different from every sound that I know. So
Well, I mean, what separates you from the usual artists, like everybody else?
it's the rawness,
Okay.
the rawness in the music. A lot of music out there. There's a lot of but it's not bad, but there's a lot of tunes all that. But this is raw at its peak, and that's what Africa is. Africa is literally what it is, raw. So that's what's different.
It's the originality.
Yes, the originality. And there's this thing about my guitar.
Mhm.
Like it just inspires me every time.
You play.
Yeah, I do. I'm a guitarist actually.
Beautiful.
So it inspires my sound, tone, everything I do literally. I like to get melodies and life from it.
What other instruments do you play?
Piano, the bass, drums, like almost everything.
I often find that producers get inspiration first from the piano. So it's the easiest tool I found. And I may be wrong for producers. Which would you say? Because you mentioned that you get your sound and lyrics from the guitar. Where would you say you get your most inspiration when it comes to producing beats?
Well, so every instrument has its its dexterity and its feel. Once you just play it, it just resonates some type of feeling. So for each music, there's just been for each music I produce, it's been a feeling that I've dropped. So for most of my sounds, it's the guitar actually. The guitar is just it's just deep,
It's special.
special. Like
Yeah. I've
that's-
been looking for a tutor. My tutor complained that I ran away after the first
me
class.
too. I want to learn.
Yes.
Please, how long do you think it will take someone who has? Do you think I can play on the guitar? Is do re mi fa sol la ti do?
You
That's a
tried.
start.
That's the only thing.
well, that's actually good.
So, how long do you think it will take me to grasp how
Like
to?
like 3 months if you dedicated time to it.
3 months at what consistency? Like how often?
Like twice,
Frequency, rather.
thrice in a
A
week.
week. Oh, that's not bad.
That's
That
good.
means you're a good teacher for
I
you.
am.
Yeah.
Oh, you teach
Oh, you
too.
are? Okay. All right. We're gonna be exchanging numbers after the show.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you seem to have a very calm demeanor. Like, where do you get that from? Who would you ascribe it to?
Literally my mom.
Ah,
I mean, she's
you
this-
mentioned that a couple of times, so it's
Yeah.
not surprising.
Yeah, she's late right now though, but like she's been my greatest mentor. She's very calm, but then very she analyzes everything, observes everything, doesn't just react, And in this kind of season and era, you have to be careful how you just because a lot of things that happen, people have different perspective. You have to be able to look into why and how they're doing that, what they do. So.
If you want to watch the guy who's
Nice.
having this therapeutic effect in the studio, please watch on YouTube. Smooth FM Lagos is what you type. Our special guest analyst, Chef Jeff 3000.
I love you 3000.
Ollie Muddy.
I love you 4,000.
Still not coming back.
Ayo, Toby, I said
Of
I should
course.
come and see.
You trust?
Really?
What?
Sent me a DM.
What's that?
Just now.
No, it's when?
Yeah, I just asked him when, so he hasn't responded.
He's not around, so but he's traveling soon.
Not now, too.
Oh, really?
Personal traveled. Yeah, I told him he would. Personal told me he'd get back to me.
Oh, really?
Yes, he
Oh,
responded to me. But I know he's not around. Personal responded to me that day. He said he responded to me that day that he would get back to me.
Movie review.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys should let
No,
me
he
go
did
first.
though,
So
but
like I'm running
She was
away.
like I should go to his PA, like I should tell his PA to schedule everything. That was not like he doesn't know me personally. He's trying to manage. I'm like, no, he doesn't. But he actually asked me that he randomly, after I sent him a message on his phone, he sent me a message and said that I should go. I'm like, okay, so what you can do. So
His wife and children can keep
I used to think that you were in America, but like I thought that's where you were.
abandoned.
No, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you
because
are
like
laughing.
okay, yeah.
Years
Yeah.
ago.
I fired her.
Yeah.
I was done.
Real hard, though.
I fired her. I was like, you know what? I'm
I
done.
got my tickets already.
Okay, so when you
Ooh,
sent me
nice.
that message, you saw that I was
Yeah.
Thank God. So how do you know we're here?
I need
I
to
just
send
put
my
like
email.
I didn't know.
Oh, before they will not say, you know, I've been here since finished or something. That means I really need to push the fact that
Merciful.
So you can ask.
Yeah, like 91. Because like people like
The others.
I did use that people there.
yeah, some people still probably think I'm there because I've had messages.
She is there.
People haven't heard in a while
Yeah,
that
the
are
head is
saying
there.
that.
She's there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, my okay, please I'm like, see, I'm not there anymore. I left.
So which stories are we treating now? I think
Okay.
I wanted to speak about to let people know that. Yo, Tika stories.
R. Kelly and I think the Bobrisky one.
I can do the 13 letters review.
Yeah, you do 13 letters.
Yes, Akumi is here as well, although she disappears very quickly. So
Are we not going to
I
talk
don't know
about
if
it
you
this
saw
week?
it.
And then sorry.
It's just announcement now. There's nothing new here about it. Just
You
that
know
she
why?
went
Anyway, October 20, that week we'll review.
That was, you know why that was?
That week of October 20, we hope we're going to review what happened during NSAS.
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
of course. I'm
entertainment
sure that would be, that's the first anniversary.
Yeah. What is sad?
That should be a
Yeah,
story.
we
Sad
talked
anniversary.
about
My guy, that's the
just
date you
switching the
gave me
news
for
this
your.
morning.
Why are you here? I just knew
Don't
when I saw it. I
focus,
was like,
focus on the. Don't focus on the business. I'll be moving to our-
Are you trying to take a picture?
Pictures, right? Oh, pictures, take pictures.
oh yes, yes, yes. Do you have a date for me?
Oh Lord! Oh! Thanks, YouTube. Fam.
Time.
Watch it.
Time. What time? Yeah.
Oh,
We're back, folks.
Okay. Can I get location?
Is breathing. Music to me is food, water, sleep. Music to me is expression.
why they not give me headphones? What did I offend?
Expression.
This is not the jack.
Love music.
Love life.
Love. Smooth. 98.1.
This one is back. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Olufola D. thank you so much for being our guest this morning. You're listening to the Grapevine 981. It's a part of Smooth Breakfast with Ayo Myro Essay
And his Valentine Ohu.
and Chef Jeff 3000.
And Olive MOD 4000.
Thank you so much. Please. So Chef Jeff 3000 and Olakumi went to see, our producer went to see the movie 13 Letters. Cast Kunle Remy, Teddy A, Moffat Duncan, Bimba Demoye, Bolanle Ninalo, and many others. It's a romance comedy drama flick. Tell us about it, your experience.
You know what? You want to go first?
Yeah,
Just come
she's
in.
here just crying. On YouTube, you can see her.
Thank you so much, Chef Jeff. I'm going first. When Chef Jeff went to the studio, he said something Yorubatic.
Uh-huh.
That's the first word. I remember that I sent a message to both of you
Yeah,
to
we
say
saw
that,
it, yes.
okay, guys, this was a Yoruba movie, right? So if you do not understand Yoruba, you may struggle a little bit, especially with the jokes. It was supposed to be funny because when you speak Yoruba, there are some things that are funny. And for people who understand Yoruba, you will laugh. You'll be like, wow, we said this in my home. It's so funny, that kind of thing. But if you don't understand Yoruba, you just read it in English. It won't be as funny as.
But you understand Yoruba, was it
Yeah,
funny
so
to you?
for me, it was okay. Right. However, I should say that the story itself was very entertaining to me. Very entertaining. It's the kind of movie where you and your family members will laugh about. Just sit down at home and watch it. So it's a home movie for me. I would rather be at home to watch it.
Okay.
Yes. And then I remember that Pearl Argo, that's the writer, she talks about how they actually were intentional about the Yoruba aspect of it. That they wanted to promote culture, they wanted to promote the idea of going to the cinema to actually watch a movie that's full of language, right? The only thing was it was majorly Yoruba. I wish that it was a proper mix. Then
So when you say mix, Yoruba and English?
English, yes. So it's I wish I was majorly English, then the Yoruba for the maybe little
Was there
jokes.
translation?
Unfortunately, there was none. However, Pearl mentioned afterwards that they were going to eventually put that up. So for Mofe Duncan, I like him naturally, normally, I'm a fan.
Yeah. We get it, he's a crush.
Tiny. Okay, but I think that Mofe himself personally needs to continue to work on enunciating properly, whether it's Yoruba or English, because I struggled to hear some of his lines.
Okay.
And I noticed that from other movies that he's been in that I have watched. For the main cast, that's Kunle Remy. Kunle Remy was in his element, to be honest, because Kunle Remy is a Yoruba guy. So imagine you Kunle Remy doing his English / he had fun with that role. I could tell. The person that I had my eye on and I was like, wow, cool, is that Ade herself. That's her name.
Oh yeah.
She did excellently well. So I would say yes, watch this movie with your family, at home. That's it. That's what I would say.
Thank you so
By
much.
the way, the movie has a star cast. Kunle Remy, Teddy A, Mofe Duncan, Bimbo Ademoye, Bolanle Nino Lowo, Amanda Dara, Ade herself, Arike Dimples, Chris Ihua. That's a good, that's a good cast in terms of notable names. Just to mention, Chef Jeff, your thoughts on it?
I think that the way Lakumi was speaking, we should have her as a guest sometime on the
Honestly,
show.
I was thinking the
Like,
same thing.
No, she's a boss lady, so we bring her where there's money.
Okay, yeah, I get that point.
There's money here.
When I went to see this movie, I thought it was just really funny how y'all needed to send the producer along in case Jeff was going to start that movie just to play it safe. I found that to be hilarious. But when we, in a way, I kind of feel like Lakumi was ready for messages from Jeff or some level of reaction from me at the beginning, because the movie started conk Yoruba and it went on for a while. And I was like, have I been invited for a Yoruba movie? Did Lakumi just make a mistake? I mean, you're lucky you're not sitting next to me. I have not walked out yet. But then, the mix now comes in eventually. Yeah. And then I could then start to get things. And bear in mind, I mean, I understand a little bit, even if I cannot speak some bits. I went to school in Alpha, for goodness sake. So, I know some little bits I can grasp somewhere along the lines. I loved the movie, to be honest. I liked that the cast was very comfortable with their acting. It was very entertaining. It's really a movie about this guy who's broken so many hearts. And basically, that is the whole, that's how things now come into play with him having to deal with the damages of those elements there. But then there's something about the movie and how things always end for him relationship wise, whereby I'm either thinking that this guy is either doing this thing on purpose or he's a cross dresser, and I'm not too sure about that. So, I feel like when it comes to probably my favorite person in the movie was probably the person that plays the main character's sister. Her energy was just
So is it
fantastic.
Bimbo? I'm sure it's probably Bimbo Ademoye.
I would really love to see her in anything else
Or
that she does.
Ade
But the thing is, when they say they're trying to put culture in this particular movie, yes, Yoruba takes the front line of things. There's one of the characters there that goes into a long Hausa spiel of things, and then like the Igbo person, alleged Igbo person, you know, says like one word of Igbo that you would not have even heard. So I felt like that was a little bit unbalanced, so to speak. And for all the characters that are involved, there could have been a few more tribalistic things about it. But I like that when the movie comes out, you will have the subtitles there. It is actually a very hilarious movie. I actually will, and this is me saying it, I actually will be seeing this movie again.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's
That's
stellar review.
fantastic. From Chef Jeff, that is, you need to see this movie.
Yeah,
13
13
letters
letters.
it's called. Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank you, and Lakumi, for a great review.
On his cross-dressing line, I'd like to push the mic to Olive. So have you been following the drama around Bobrisky, the Bass and the Ghost?
Well, even if you choose
with
not to.
Monfa, with the lady, the Daffy person, Daffy Blanco, slamming Bobrisky after he denied knowing her, so her releasing as a reprisal or revenge,
Yeah.
publishing his number. And all that.
So even if you don't want to follow these stories, the stories will follow you so long as you're on social media.
That's right.
All right, quick summary. Bobrisky and Monfa. Bobrisky's former PA goes on a Q&A session on her Insta story, answering questions. And of course, people start to ask her things about Bobrisky. She alleges that Bobrisky is in a relationship with Monfa. Now, to settle this dispute, Monfa and Bobrisky go live on Daddy Freeze's Instagram live to refute the claims. And everybody's like, why are you doing too much if your hands are clean, right? So,
Was this after the DM?
oh yes.
The
But
voice notes.
Monfa released the DM and the voice note, sort of saying, "Oh, Bobrisky, can you go on social media and clarify this thing? Let them know, please. I have a wife. I'm married." Bobrisky,
That seemed to be his focus.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
very focused about protecting his marriage.
Well,
not
as he
necessarily
should.
disputing the fact that it happened.
he did.
Or
I
the
think he
allegation.
did. Yes, he did dispute that, right? But of course, first of all, it's a crime in Nigeria, and he has a family to protect. And so after that, they went on Instagram Live. I remember watching a clip of the Instagram Live. I told you I'm not following the story. Story is following me. I was watching a clip on Instagram Live, and Daddy Freeze was asking him about his wife, and he was calling her, Alaja, come. It's like he wanted her to. So everybody was like, why are you doing so much? You see why I like Genevieve? You know, Beyonce. Say whatever you like about these people. They will not answer you. They will just ignore you. When you are tired, you move on to the next trending gist. But then, as a follow-up, this Daffy girl, sorry, let me be careful. This Daffy lady comes on, before they come and drag me, comes on social media, and basically there's a back and forth between her and Bobrisky. She supports what Bobrisky PA said. Bobrisky denies knowing her. A photo of them together surfaces on the internet, and Bobrisky is slamming her. I think he releases her number. She claps back, releases his number, and the Gbazgbos continues at Ibebe Lodas, and so on and so forth.
Thank you so much.
So that's the summary of the story.
Yeah, thank you for that robotic and
You're
Chef
welcome.
Jeff. Speaking from the
I
review,
mean,
yeah.
you know what? I don't really give much attention to this particularly, because when it comes to Bobrisky, there's always a clout element to it, whether it's true or false. I mean, there was that one with the personal trainer / model guy a while ago. I just feel like they're just trying to have a moment of being the headlines, and then everybody can move on to it. It's had to come back into the headlines. So I don't know.
So
Not for me.
moving on,
Moving
right?
on.
Ayo?
All right, yeah. So I think I'll tell the line of Chef Jeff in terms. It was like what Olive said in terms of, even if you're not following the news will follow you. It's been trending and just around denials and rebuttals and etc. I hope they find peace and that they are able to help us find out how we can make Nigeria better. I wish them all the best.
Something sarcastic is coming.
Fola, I don't know if you have anything to say about this.
I mean, it's a lot happening. And then even the fact that I don't know how this is even selling. The fact that he's cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Don't even
Yeah,
can't-
yeah.
It's a
Well,
very
it's-
long September.
Really long, but not so long for R. Kelly. Because,
By the way, sorry, he's come out. Bobrisky has come up with an apology statement to apologize to Tonto DK, where it all started from, and say he's sorry for everything.
Speaking of Tonto Dike, this lady that blasted Bobrisky said, and many other people have said about Bobrisky would not have been famous if not for Tonto. That Tonto is his claim to fame.
Right.
And speaking of Tonto, I really feel for that woman. I feel for her.
Everything sounds like
Yeah, she's like
such.
like I don't know her personally, right? But I think that she wants love, as many people do, which is a good thing. Everybody deserves to have their own person. Everybody deserves to be loved. But I just feel bad for her that she keeps entering one chance, and I really hope and pray that she finds love that loves her.
I honestly feel like she's deeply misunderstood, and I use deeply deliberately. But anyway, R. Kelly.
Yeah, Chef Jeff, me and you are in the same WhatsApp.
I mean,
We'll say
I'm
hi and
sorry.
I'll explain.
Let's not forget that horrible time she tried to think she was a singer.
I mean, there are a lot
No,
of
okay,
things
now
to
no,
fall
in
back
that
up.
WhatsApp group. Because, I mean, the WhatsApp group of yes, I know and I understand. Anyways, this is number 2, so let's move on to our.
Yeah, let's move on.
So R. Kelly has been convicted of, found guilty, yes, convicted finally of running a scheme to exploit the fame to sexually abuse women and children over 2 decades. 30 seconds. Chef Jeff, can you summarize your perception of this judgment?
I mean, John Legend is happy, I tell you that much. I feel like it seems to be a fair thing if he truly is guilty, and to be honest, there's been lots actually kind of show in particular. And I think it gives some closure to the likes of Sparkle and all the other victims out there. So I hope that some way, somehow they're able to heal. And, whatever madness was running through his head, hopefully that gets some clarity once he's done his time or whatever the punishment might be.
Okay.
Well, sex trafficking will never be a good thing, and like I just hope on everything that Chef Jeff has. I really hope that yes, if he's really done all this, he faces his time in court, because these people have lives and their lives should not be taken for them. They deserve to live it in the best way possible, without fear, without having this trauma. The truth is, whoever abuses, right, can move on sometimes with their life, but the person who is abused finds it hard to get over it. Many years later, they still have to go to therapy and live with the trauma. But
As they say, we thank God for the long arms of the Lord. Yeah. Olufola, thank you so much for being our guest today. I admire your calmness, man. How do you survive Lagos?
Lagos is just, I mean, he's stayed there for a while. But there was one time when I was in traffic, when I started driving, Joe. I mean, my BP went like from here.
For you to check your BP.
Like, no. It got to a point where I was feeling like
Right.
I could faint right now.
Oh,
And I
wow.
had to go and check it. It was really high.
Wow.
And I found out I was just driving in Lagos.
We
So
are
I
not made for this life.
was just going for
But
it.
you
But
live
then-
here? You work here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So at some point, just you have to get used to it. You have to agree that everybody's mad. But
Yeah.
only you is the
Yeah, the
normal
same
person.
one.
Yeah, same one.
That's what they all say, Shabba.
Mm.
The person that is not sane. If
Ev-
everybody thinks
everybody
that
else-
person,
So,
yeah.
like, that's the only way you can accept everybody's madness.
Yeah.
You just say, okay, so
driving in Lagos is another skill. You should add it to your CV. I drive in
It's an
Lagos.
extreme
Yeah,
sport.
there's driving in Lagos, but there's also knowing the difference between a mainland driver and an island driver.
Yes.
Because mainland
Yes.
drivers, the madness is the M is major.
There's another difference to
pronounced.
tell. Bumper to bumper.
No.
Even though sometimes on the island people actually act that way around that, when you count from third roundabout.
No, on Sunday to be precise, it was Sunday that I began to question myself, my
Yeah.
faith, and my values, and it was because of driving. Somebody was entering, like he was literally driving into my front. I'm like, bros, can you see that there's another car? I narrowly escaped an accident, and then he was smiling and blowing me kisses. Why are people crazy?
Because you got the
Let's
right
never forget, just yesterday, I'm trying to make a right turn. An Okada guy with a gas tank
Of
on
course.
his bike is speeding
Yeah.
on the wrong
Oh
side,
my
and I almost
goodness.
hit the guy so that we can both go together to. I don't know where we're going, Sha, but still though. Lagos,
Extreme
calm down.
sports. Extreme sports.
Extreme, really.
How do we get to connect you on
Yeah,
social
on
media?
all handles, Olufola_X. That's
X.
it.
You like
X,
okay.
as in
Thank
X.
you so much.
May you not be an ex, exactly. This one that you put X
Yeah,
inside.
he's nobody's ex.
Nobody's ex. I love it.
Please log out.
All right, Olive MOD on all social media platforms. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Chef Jeff.
Oh, wow. That sounds like some sort of pimping thing. And now, wow. Pimp Olive. Find me at Chef Jeff 3000, and I will be right here same time next week on the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Still remember what I say, do not touch that dial.
And she's
You want to
at
collect
IRIS.
work? Oh.
He's at Valentine Ohu. Collectively, we are at Smooth 981.
Help us to have YouTube, bro.
Why?
So that in case you want to say nonsense.
so much.
You're most welcome. It was very good. Well done. So, do you have any other media songs lined up?